Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Civil's Matrix. And yeah, you're reading it really right. So, I have resigned from my job at BIG4. So, it was a very tough decision for me. I was contemplating on it for the past, I would say, more than 6 months. And finally, when the water was up to the brim, I had to take that decision. It was, I would say, the toughest decision of my life until now. And I had to uh, weigh all the options in. I had to make all the pros and cons list, everything. I tried everything, and eventually the thing was that I had to make a decision because I don't know if I did the right thing or if I was being utterly naive and stubborn. But eventually, this is the reality. I have resigned, and I don't have any plan as such. I don't have any job offer. Also, I don't have any clues what lies for me in the future. Sounds naive, right? It sounds the same to me as well. But the thing is, sometimes you have to take a decision. I was delaying it from January. So there have been a few changes which happened in my role from January 2025. Things were kind of manageable. I saw most of my friends, colleagues leaving the organization and starting afresh in new jobs, new cities. And I was kind of okay because my current job was giving me liberty to stay at home, to be more at peace with uh, my own thoughts. Obviously, work from home and stay with my parents, and this eventually bolstered a way towards studying more for the exam I'm aiming for, the UPSC Civil Services examination. But it was also deterring me because, corporates, how corporates work, it's never 9 to 5. Mostly it's not 9 to 5, it's just a myth that people use as a jargon that corporates are 9 to 5 or something. Like, I was working in a US centered firm, and my clients were mostly from US, Mexico, and like the European clients as well. So my shift used to start from 1:30 p.m. and it ended till 10:30. So things were all good till June. One of my colleagues, the person whom I used to collaborate with on a daily basis, she also left the organization in order to pursue her future, like further studies. And one by one, I just saw my friends leaving, and it kind of like made me feel a little FOMO, but I wasn't very much affected by it. But there were many changes in the company structure. The project I was working in for the past 2 years that also had many structural changes, and eventually I was made to transition into a new role as in a more technical, a more techno-centered role. Earlier, I was in a techno-functional role, and now I was made to start afresh into a technical role. It was kind of challenging, but I thought that okay, if I am at the comfort of my home and if uh, I am okay to strive, I will do it. But things didn't just work out because it was kind of draining me. It was like I felt stuck. I felt stagnating. I felt that I was struggling on a daily basis. I I used to have all those negative thoughts about me not growing well in the company, about my career. I used to have those anxiety uh, ridden thoughts about what would happen to my career. And since I was preparing for examination side by side and I was not having any luck at it either, I was a little uh, I would say like in between two boats. One boat is towards my career in the corporate, and the other boat is for my aspirations to clear this very examination. But I was not doing well in both because I was kind of stuck. I was just in the middle of it. I was doing great in my corporate, but because of some hurdles and some setbacks, it was not that major. But it was like things were changing too much for me, and I never thought that I would be stuck here for so long. When I joined corporate, when I joined this very company, it was I was just straight out of college. This was my very first job, and I am very grateful to this company because it gave me my first exposure as to how the outer world looks like, as to how is this corporate sector, and I must say that it was a very good experience. And I would take the leverage of saying that even if I actually attain my aspirations, the kind of office I was working in, the kind of people I was surrounded with, I would never ever have those people around me now because those were the best set of people I had. And the office was great, the office experience was great. The colleagues I was working with, super chill. And there was some ups and downs with the managers and all. Like in my past 3 years in this company, I was employed, like I was deployed in three different projects. One was a little shaky and it got off in a in after 6 months. I was into another project, and that project was steady for the past 2.5 years. And I must say, I had learned a lot from people over there, and it gave me my this job gave me all of my wishes fulfilled. Like you name it, I have done it. And it just, I'm just very, very grateful for the people over there. It's kind of overwhelming to think about it right now as to what all this job has given me, as to what this job means to me. But what's done is done, right? And I can't change it. I do have an option though that I can, but I think I have already taken this decision. And I must say, like, even though I was contemplating on it for the past 6 months and more, but when I was about to just click that damn button, I was fidgeting, I was spiraling, I was literally having second guesses about am I going to take the right decision or not? Because all of the things, all of the good things just flashed by my, like, I could in that second, in that very moment, I could remember all the good things this company has provided me, all the good memories I have, all of my wishes getting fulfilled because of this company, the monthly salary which comes in. That's a like that's a dopamine kick, right? Every Friday of the every last Friday of the month, you would get those salary credited to your account. It's a different dopamine. And now I'm taking a decision whereby I won't have those messages for some time. I won't have my company's name being written on my bank statements. But here I am already taking that decision. So yeah, this is what I did. And uh, mostly I had to take this decision because I just didn't feel that I could continue. Like, if I see myself 5 years down the line, I won't imagine myself to be here. I won't imagine myself to be there juggling over the desk, have my thoughts a little scattered because I was more into studying for the examination than being present, being fully aware at the meetings. Even though I was excelling at my job, even though I had all the good client reviews, great snapshots, everything, but it's something just didn't feel right. There was like something was not striking the right chord in me, and this was a little overwhelming, and this was also a little heartbreaking because I remember when I got into this job in 2021 when I was offered this very role. I was in the third year of my college. I literally celebrated it, and it was one of the dream jobs for many, and I got placed here. I didn't have to struggle a lot like most people do, like uh, getting stressed over for the entire placement session. It was like the third, fourth company, and I was on through it. Even though I tried multiple other roles, like I tried multiple different, I tried to explore different roles as well, gave many interviews, but eventually I think this was God's plan to make me be there, be in that very company, and not everybody gets that leverage to work from home. I did, even though after COVID, like most of the companies used to call, but this company being a reputed Big Four didn't allow me, all because of the great managers I had. But now this rules are changed, and I don't think so. I would be able to manage my preparation now along with continuing the job because it's just doesn't feel right. When I came here, I thought that I would be gone in a year or so. I tried my 2024 attempt. I flunked prelims. I tried again, thinking that okay, I wasn't very well prepared. I will do it again. But I flunked prelims again in 2025, and I was taken aback because that's not the side of story which I thought would happen to me, because everybody just thinks that okay, if the first attempt is not good, you would eventually clear in the second, right? But I was here, I am standing over here, not being able to clear the second prelims, studying for the third, and I don't know till when this cycle will continue. I am very apprehensive of what would happen, or will I be able to actually fulfill the aspirations I had as a kid or not, or would I have to eventually switch my career back to consulting? So this all thought juggling was going on, but ये तो है ना कि कहीं पहुंचने के लिए कहीं से निकलना बहुत ज़रूरी है, और वो एक स्टेप लेने में मुझे बहुत टाइम लगा, बट वो एक स्टेप लेना बहुत ज़रूरी है मेरे लिए, ऐसा मुझे लगता है। मुझे नहीं पता मैं सही कर रही हूँ, मैं गलत कर रही हूँ, हो सकता है मैं अपनी लाइफ का बहुत बड़ा बड़ा ब्लंडर कर रही हूँ, बट इवेंचुअली ये डिसीजन मेरा खुद का है। मैंने सबसे बात की, मैंने सबसे पूछा, मैंने बहुत लोगों की बहुत सारी राय ली हैं, और मोस्टली इफ़ यू आस्क मी, एवरीबॉडी हैज़ बीन ऑफ द ओपिनियन दैट आई should continue in this job. I should go there. I should do it because not everybody clears this hefty examination. You know, the selection percentage is very dramatically low, and I know I am not a very meritorious type of kid, but something I deep down know that I was not giving my 100%. I was not fully prepared even in my second attempt. I was just fighting. I was just merely fighting by the age old swords while people are using those cannon guns. And I know like there are two sides to the same coin. There might be people who are preparing full time and then too they won't clear, and there are people who work in work for long hours in very reputed organizations or anywhere, but they had to work around 18 hours a day and then too they qualify. But what I know about myself is that I don't have that capability to be a superhuman right now, and I have to develop that. Because if I have to be in the top 10% or in the top 10 of all the people there, I have to put my 100% of efforts and even more than that. तो ये डिसीजन तो ले लिया है कि निकल तो मैं आई हूँ वहां से, पता नहीं है मुझे कि अभी आगे क्या होगा, कैसा होगा। बहुत सारे थॉट्स हैं, ज्यादातर तो नेगेटिव थॉट्स ही आते हैं दिमाग में कि इवन इफ ऑल ऑफ दिस आई डोंट मेक इट, आई डोंट नो, अगर मेरा अब भी एग्जाम नहीं निकलता है तो इट्स फाइन, कुछ ना कुछ तो मैं कर लूंगी। कंसल्टिंग लाइक मैंने अपनी जिंदगी में दो ही ऑप्शंस अभी तक ट्राई किए हैं, एंड consulting is something which I think is somewhat similar to my thought process, is somewhat similar to my skill set, and I have tried that, and it actually did work for me. So side by side I'm looking for consulting jobs as well, क्योंकि यूपीएससी का तो पता ही है, बट फिर भी जितने भी काम मैंने स्टार्ट किए थे और आधे अधूरे छोड़े हैं, वो सब पूरा करने का टाइम आ चुका है। बी इट माई हेल्थ, be it focusing on the book I was writing, and obviously giving my 100% and more to this UPSC examination. 6 महीने ही बचे हैं for prelims and then उसके बाद mains. I have to make this attempt count because बहुत बड़ी चीज sacrifice कर रही हूँ इसके लिए मैं, बहुत बड़ी चीज। That job, that dopamine kick of salary, everything. और इसमें ये पूरा प्योरली मेरा डिसीजन है, तो मुझे उसको बैक करना ही पड़ेगा। तो न्यू एडवेंचर, न्यू जॉब, न्यू करियर, and I think eventually it would be a new me. I hope it all goes well, and even if it doesn't, I would definitely make this one count. After 3 months of this notice period, I promised myself that I would be in a better place, because I know for a fact that I was very underprepared, and when I'm underprepared, I can definitely vouch for the fact that I was bound to fail. That was inevitable anyhow. अगर prelims क्लियर भी हो जाता तो मेंस में पक्का फेल हो जाती, क्योंकि मेंस का तो कुछ पढ़ा ही नहीं था ना। अब जाके मेंस की तैयारी की है, अब जाके पता चला है कि दिस एग्जाम इज नॉट जस्ट अबाउट क्लियरिंग प्रीलिम्स। वो एक बहुत बड़ा मिथ है जो हम सोचे चल रहे हैं यार, कि चलो प्रीलिम्स के लिए पढ़ लेते हैं, प्रीलिम्स क्लियर हो जाएगा फिर मेंस का तो पढ़ ही लेंगे। बट क्या हो जाएगा प्रीलिम्स क्लियर होके? बस मेन तो तुम्हें रैंक चाहिए यार, मेन तो तुम्हें सर्विस चाहिए। प्रीलिम्स क्लियर हो भी क्या, 27,000 लोगों का क्लियर हो जाता है, बट इवेंचुअली उन्हें तो स्ट्रगल करना पड़ रहा है ना मेंस के लिए। प्रीलिम्स इज मोर अबाउट अ गेम ऑफ लक, एंड हो सकता है मैं इस बार भी फेल हो जाऊं, कोई बड़ी बात नहीं, क्योंकि इट्स ऑल अबाउट प्रोबेबिलिटी, इट्स ऑल अबाउट तुमने पढ़ा भी है बट फिर भी अगर तुम उस मार्क को क्वालिफाई नहीं कर पा रहे हो, इट्स जस्ट गेट्स लॉस्ट, इट्स जस्ट एन अटेम्प्ट इन वेन। तो I have decided one thing, that I would aim for different consulting background companies as well, and simultaneously prepare for my this very attempt, and I would give my 100% to this attempt. और बाकी सब तो हुई है वही जो राम रुचि रखा, तो देखते हैं क्या होता है। आई होप उनका प्लान मेरे प्लान से तो बेटर ही होगा, एंड बस इतना ही था। तो इट्स जस्ट लाइक to everybody struggling, to everybody witnessing it, I know ये अभी कोई देखेगा नहीं and it's fine, it's just for myself, and I just want to let my future self know that you were struggling way back in 2025 in December, when you had to eventually resign from your very first job. But I want to let you know that I believe in you. I believe in whatever you have achieved till now, and I know for a fact that you're going to do great things. Because just remember, you are the kind of person who actually was enrolled in civil engineering and was able to crack a very, very tough coding round for a dream company. Even though they had disqualified you after the next round because you had a civil background, but you because of the 3 months of coding uh, spree you had, you did all the practice, you were able to clear that way around, and that too even coding in Python, not even in C++। ये सोचा अगर मैंने C++ पे कोड किया होता तो और कितनी टाइम एफिशिएंट होती, और ज़्यादा सेलेक्ट होने के चांसेस बढ़ जाते हैं। बट इट वॉज इवेंचुअली गॉड्स प्लान. मैं अगर डेवलपर रोल्स में जाती तो डेवलपर रोल्स में तो मैं बहुत जल्दी बर्न आउट हो जाती. जैसे जो मेरा बर्न आउट अभी 3 साल में हुआ है, वो बर्न आउट मेरा 1 साल के अंदर अंदर हो जाता है इवेंचुअली. सो गॉड जस्ट गेव मी अनदर वे कि मुझे कंसल्टिंग मिला, मुझे बिग 4 मिला. मतलब इट्स ऑलवेज लाइक कि हर चीज उनकी मर्जी से तो हुई है. अभी भी जो जॉब रोल्स आ रहे हैं, there is something I am looking forward to very much, a very good company, and I hope I make it. But eventually वो रोल भी मैंने खुद से अप्लाई तो नहीं किया था. It was something the HR called me. So just believe in yourself and totally surrender yourself to him. Shri Krishna knows best and he'll do great things for you. Just enjoy. क्या पता ऐसा हो सकता है कि मैं आगे जाके सोचूं कि यार नोटिस पीरियड वाला टाइम बहुत सही था. क्योंकि मैं अब तो ये सोचती हूँ कि यार वो जो स्टार्टिंग में मैंने ज्वाइन किया था 2022 में कंपनी में, वो टाइम बहुत सही था. उस टाइम पे तो बहुत मजे करते थे हम लोग. तो आई जस्ट ट्राई टू बी मोर इन द प्रेजेंट एंड I promised myself that I would make this attempt count and I would strive and I would thrive so that my future self in the next 2 years is actually smiling by seeing this video and saying, You were something great, kid." So, anyways, thank you so much, and I hope you make it. And I know you would make it.